Ahead of Germany's federal election on February 23rd, campaigning has focused on immigration and the economy. Two parties holding conventions this weekend to choose their candidates. Protests outside the one of the far-right AfD, where Alice Weidel expected to be chosen the candidate for next month's election. Meanwhile, Chancellor Olaf Scholz's center-left Social Democrats are also meeting this Saturday. He's speaking at the moment, as you can see on your screen. Both parties, though, trail the right-wing CDU-CSU bloc by a considerable margin. For more, we can speak to our correspondent, Nick Holdsworth, joining us from Berlin. Hello to you, Nick. A few months ago, the AfD held its victory in regional elections as historic. Now it's hoping to come up out on top in February. What are its chances, and who are the contenders to be the candidate?
The chances of the AfD actually winning the elections on February the 23rd are pretty slim. It may be polling at 20%, which is 10 points behind the leaders in the polls. That's the CDU-CSU right-wing coalition of Friedrich Merz. So it's unlikely to win these elections. Alice Weidel, who is the co-party chair of the AfD, is likely to be appointed the candidate for chancellor today. But even if they poll more than 20%, the other parties who are going to, between them, get around 70% or more of the main parties, they will not allow the AfD into a governing coalition. They've drawn a red line on that. The situation in Germany is a little bit different from that in Austria, where the far right has been invited to form a government just in the last week. So the AfD are having their congress today in a town near Dresden in Saxony. It's one of their strongholds. There are a lot of protesters there out in force today to show their opposition to the AfD. And in fact, the Congress was delayed for about an hour in its opening. 600 delegates meeting. Their policies range from leaving the EU, reinstating the Deutschmark, stopping immigration, and ending Germany's support for Ukraine in the war against Russia. They want to have warmer relations with Russia, and they want to start receiving Russian natural gas again. They're also in favour of coal-powered and nuclear-powered power stations, as they don't believe that the climate crisis is real. They think it's a hoax.
And 6 weeks before the election, the Social Democrats also holding their Congress this Saturday. Chancellor Olaf Scholz's popularity, though, Nick, it's really taking a hit from his time in office.
The SPD are trailing the AfD by 5 points. They're polling around 15% at the moment. Chances that Olaf Scholz will be re-elected Chancellor are slim. I mean, the fact is he's almost certainly not going to be the next Chancellor. The SPD Congress in Berlin today, a much more sedate affair. They're talking about lifting the debt brake in Germany to allow more investment in the country's ailing public services and transport networks. They also want to raise the minimum wage from 12 euros to 15 euros. They want to impose a wealth tax on people with more than 100 million euros in assets. And they want to promote German-made products by offering tax breaks to companies who invest in German-made products. So a tale of two cities today, with these two congresses taking place just 6 weeks ahead of those crucial early snap elections.
Nick, thank you very much. Nick Holdsworth reporting from Berlin.